Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And welcome to the coolest place on earth to be on a Sunday morning. Whether you're here with us or whether you're watching us on your favorite video, whether you're in front of your television or sitting right here in the audience, and just know we are all together. We are all one. We have all come together this morning to just celebrate who we are and where we are and what's going on in our world. And we've noticed a little bit this morning, if you've come here, about the winds of change. Spring is upon us. The winds of change are here to help us move on and expand ourselves just as Mother Earth is. Just as the earth is blooming, bringing forth new and exciting colors and issues, then so we have that opportunity too, to grow, have the earth behind us, having, just even having the ability to make a change in our lives for the better. Now, we're always open to change because nothing ever stays the same. So when we get into that vibration, that awareness of change, of expansion, there's nothing wrong with us now. There's nothing wrong here now. There's nothing wrong, but there is an opportunity to go even further into our growth, further into our awareness of that which has created us, allows us to do just as it is right now outside. And we are very grateful for that. Not if you're on the road right now, maybe. But we're grateful for the opportunity. We're grateful for the spring of the season. We are grateful that we have the opportunity to participate with the earth, to use that energy to grow forward, to move forward, and to bring those around us forward with us. We sometimes are not aware of the example that we set until sometimes somebody says, you know, the thing that you said the other day really made a difference for me, and I'm working on it, and it's really working, and thank you. And at that time we say, thank you, God. I don't remember, but thank you. And so today, as we enter into another wonderful opportunity to participate, we are thankful. We relax into our seats, we sit back, we close our eyes, we allow peace to enter in. We allow an expanded awareness of who we are and where we are to settle in. And we are grateful for everyone here, whether you're here in our room, whether you're watching us on TV, whether you're listening to us in the car as you're rushing to get here. We are grateful for you, and we are grateful to God and the awareness that we have of that. And I welcome you back into the room with bright eyes and excited awareness. And we say, and so it is.
And so it is. Oh yeah, let's get the music.
Well, thank you, Reverend. I'm grateful that I get to be here and listen to you speak those wise words. That's what I'm grateful for. Good morning. Good morning. Wow. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. Sounds so good. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. Oh, yes. I hold you in my heart always. You are my family. I'm looking at you. You are the face of God. You are my family. You are the face of God.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If it is comfortable for you, please lower or close your eyes. There is only one power, one presence, one light, and I call this force God. God is love, God is peace, God is all around us. God is in me, through me, and as me. And I know that God is in, through, and as every person who can hear the sound of my voice. I know and declare right here and right now that today is a beautiful day and unfolds perfectly. I know that the message today is right and perfect, and everybody who needs to hear it does. I'm knowing that each one of us brings our love and our light to everyone we meet. And I know that we show up in peace wherever we go. I'm so grateful to know the truth. And I'm grateful for this center and everyone who attends in person or virtually. I'm grateful for Patty and Dave. I'm grateful for Yvonne and Charlie. I'm grateful for Kaden and Jaden. I'm grateful for all of the volunteers. All of these people are integral in each and every Sunday service. I'm grateful for the Ministry of Prayer team, and I'm extremely grateful for our reverends. I'm grateful for this day, and I'm grateful to the law that always says yes. I now release my word to the law, knowing it is done, and so it is.
And so it is.
I love you, Aim. I'm so grateful for you too. I'm so grateful. It was beautiful. And we are going to shine that light you're talking about. We're going to shine it on everybody today. I got a song about it even.
Wow.
Neat. I'll do it. Right? Hey, we liked it. We liked it. I think you can on and press the right buttons. Hey, hey, yeah. Woo! Oh, here we go. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. What'd you say? Everybody, get up on your feet. What? See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded about who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. Come on, one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Am I too much? Everybody, get up on your feet. Come on now. See the light in everybody you meet. I can't hear you. Everybody, get up on your feet. Yes. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded about who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. Give it to me. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Here we go. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 everybody, get up on your feet. You can clap if you want. See the light in everybody in me. Get your hands if you want. Everybody, get up on your. You don't have to do that. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded about who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. That's all we got. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Take it to the bridge. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 everybody, get up on your feet. I feel it. See the light in everybody you meet. I do. Everybody, get up on your feet. You are. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded about who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. Give it! One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. You sound great. Hey, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah! Woo! We're a big family. Oh, I love you.
Daddy Powers and Dave.
Look who it is. I love you.
Family. Oh, while you're standing, if it's comfortable for you, please say with me, God bless America and the rest of the world. And we mean it. We mean it. Please be seated. Wow, who's here for the first time? Hi. Oh, you too. Hi. You didn't want to spend time with Miss Daisy back there? No, it's okay. How'd you hear about us? Online search? Awesome. What's your name? Jen. What's his name? Well, welcome. That's a great name. Jen, you have the normal name, kind of. For me. You know. Anyone else here for the first time? They're pointing you out because they just love it when they see people they don't recognize. I love the look on your face, sir. What's your name? Yeah. Jack. And Ann.
They were dancing when they got here.
Oh, really? Oh, see, I like that. I like that. Thank you so much. They also have a gift for you if they didn't already give it to you. Thank you for being here. You know, it's May 1st.
What? It is not.
May Day. Well, we won't go there yet. Okay. But happy May Day, or May Day, or May Day. I'm not sure which it is, but I know it looks like maybe we should say May Day. It's a little empty up here right now, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right. Who has a birthday in May? Oh, a lot.
Oh, we got them. Oh, yeah, we got them.
A ton. Patty loves to sing happy birthday.
We got them.
Yeah.
my favorite people were born in this month. I tell you, I love you guys. Please join me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yes. Happy birthday, dear loved ones. I do like singing this. Happy birthday to you. So glad you were born. So
Thank you. She does love doing this, and Stacy says I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Reverend Cheryl Bell, co-senior minister, along with my sister, Reverend Stacy.
Best.
What's your last name? Oh, Hilton.
I'm Silly Spice today.
You're Silly Spice today. Oh my gosh, I don't even know who that is, but that's okay. If you're here for the first time and you're online, please let us know by typing in the comments. And if you have a birthday in May, do the same. Oh yeah, do we have any anniversaries in May?
We love to celebrate.
no Mays. I know somebody's got some.
Charlie, is your hand up?
Charlie, you got
You have an anniversary? I'm like, we need to
Oh,
talk.
We're going to celebrate you anyway, Charlie.
Anyway, yes.
Okay. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. I know there's more.
Yeah, yes. Oh yeah, I think my dad and my stepmom have an anniversary this month.
See?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, thank you for being here. And if you're a guest for the first time, please sign our guest book out in the grand hallway and just have fun today. No matter where you are on your spiritual path, we will always welcome you. Thank you.
The best reverends in the biz. Don't tell anybody I said that.
Oh, they are.
But we all know. That's right. We all know. Reverend Cheryl's up there.
We have video.
Okay, we have a video, darling. I was getting so comfy. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Major General Garrett Yee, Assistant to the Director of the Defense Information Systems Agency. As many of you know, May is Asian American Pacific Islanders, or AAPI Month. It's a time we put aside to focus on what people from backgrounds similar to mine contribute to the overall American culture. They are U.S. citizens who trace their lineage back to places like Japan, China, Taiwan, Korea, Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, the Philippines, Samoa, Fiji, Guam, and the Northern Marianas. Oftentimes, people outside the AAPI community think that this is a month for Asians to celebrate our cultures. Not exactly. What we are celebrating is what Asians and Pacific Islanders have added to the overall American culture. Imagine an America without Asian restaurants, martial arts, the musical genius of Yo-Yo Ma, fashion designer Vera Wang, Olympic figure skater Kristi Yamaguchi, Medal of Honor recipient and Senator Daniel Inouye, Yahoo founder Jerry Yang, or any of the 23 million Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders that contribute to America's workforce and fight in our wars. And while we are proud of where we come from, we are, after all, Americans first. A nation of people from all around the world coming together to form something unique, something greater than just the sum of our parts. A diverse group of people united by a common cause. That has never been more true than it was in the days, weeks, and months following the terrorist attack of 9/11. Those of us who lived through the time remember the streets lined with American flags flown in front of homes from coast to coast. Strangers on the street began thanking military members for their service, and people being just a little nicer to one another. But we've been through a lot since then. 20 years of war, 3 presidents, 1 global pandemic. It feels like we've lost some of that collective kindness. Since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, extremists around the world have begun using the disease as justification for racially motivated violence. According to a recent study conducted at California State University, San Bernardino, anti-Asian hate crimes in the United States have increased nearly 150% in the years since the pandemic began. Much of the violence in the news is directed towards Chinese Americans due to the possible linkage of COVID-19's origination. Even more disturbing is the fact that the majority of the violence is directed towards the elderly, many of whom are not even Chinese descent, let alone ever visited that country. But this is not who we are as a nation. America is a nation of immigrants. America was founded on the principles of freedom and equality. As military members and federal employees, we take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. What makes our oath unique is that it is not to a person, like other countries around the world, but to an idea. That idea is that all people are created equal. We pledge our loyalty to the Constitution of the United States, a document created to establish justice and ensure domestic tranquility. America's strength comes from our ability to learn from one another, to gather the best parts of every culture and add them to our collective culture. Our citizens are not Asian Americans or European Americans or African Americans. We are Americans, a blend of many cultures, and we are better for that. Since World War II, many members of my family served in the United States military. My uncle Jimmy Eno was awarded a Purple Heart when he was wounded in Europe fighting with the famed 442nd Regimental Combat Team, an all-Japanese American Army unit. My Aunt Sue Kumagai was one of the first Asian American females to reach the rank of colonel when she served in the Army during the Vietnam War. In total, more than a dozen members of my immediate family donned the uniform of the United States military, each of them paving a way for the generation of soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines that followed. My story is only one of thousands that can only be told by members of our workforce. Throughout the month of May, DISA will be showcasing stories that highlight the Asian American and Pacific Islanders throughout the agency. Individuals who bring unique perspectives to our team through their history, culture, and contributions to the overall culture of this great nation. I hope that you will take a few minutes out of your busy day to check them out. Have a great day, and thank you for all that you do for our nation.
Thank you to his family and him for his service, their service. Oh, Lord. It's so nice to see this place all full. So nice to see beautiful faces. I was asked to sing this song, and I'm just going to do it because I love it. And Reverend Cheryl and Reverend Stacy kind of helped me this week choose some songs, and boy, this one is just beautiful. I have never sung it. This will be my first time. Oh, I know it's going to bring back some memories to you.
It's over and done. The heartache lives on inside. And who is the one you're clinging to instead of me? Nobody left in this world to kiss goodnight. 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 There at your side, a part of all the things you are. But you got a part of someone else. You've got to find your shining star. And where are you now? Now that you're near you, tears on my pillow. Wherever you go, buy me a river that leads to your ocean. You'll never see me fall apart. In the words of a broken heart, it's just emotions taking me over. Tied up in sorrow, lost in a song. But if you don't come back, come home to me, darling. You know that there'll be nobody left in this world to hold me tight. Nobody left in this world to kiss goodnight. Goodnight. And where are you now? Now that I'm near you, tears on my pillow. Wherever you go, buy me a river that leads to an ocean. You'll never see me fall apart. In the words of a broken heart, it's just emotions taking me over. I'm tied up in sorrow, lost in this song. But if you don't come back, come home to me, darling. You know that there'll be nobody left in this world to hold me tight. Nobody left in this world to kiss goodnight.
That was the Bee Gees, remember that? Thank you so much.
Destiny's Child arrangements.
She said good night.
Good
I think it's still morning, but that's good. All right. That was in the way. Good morning, good morning. Good night, good night. Hey, it's off. Thank you, Patty, for that. You know, that's our theme for the month is emotions. Yes, yes. Thank you for your beautiful prayer, Amy, Reverend Patricia, for your beautiful centering. I think it got us where we needed to be at that moment. I don't know what to do first, hold on. Except say good morning. You guys look so good. Did I mention that? I wish I could see those of you online. I'm online in my seat, but I don't see your face. Happy May Day, as I said earlier, everyone. You know, what is May Day, right? You know, it's basically a celebration of spring, even though, you know, we are in Las Vegas and it'll be summer in a minute, if not already. You know, I remember May Day celebrations in elementary school in Kansas. Never not really knowing what it was, and the pole and all that thing, and I won't even tell you what the internet said that represented. It always has something to do with fertility or something. Just like all the insects and all the things the animals do has something to do with recreating something or themselves and fertility and all of that. So, but I did go to a May Day party when I first came here. It was different. I didn't understand, but I had fun. I had a good time. But it's, you know, it's just that halfway point between spring and summer, basically. Right? That's the way I choose to, you know. And they also for international workers, unions created in the 1800s. You know, what do you want me to say? won't speak French or anything to you this morning. Oh, gosh. You know, it's a lot. I have a lot of information here about May Day, and I really don't even want to talk about that right now. But my talk title is What's on Your Spice Rack? And I'm still trying to figure out what that means, to be honest with you. What's on your spice rack? And then you sang emotions. You know, when I think of my spice rack and emotions and the variety of emotions and the variety of spices that are in our human mix, right? You know, as we live and always attempted to find meaning and create balance, right? In our recipes and in our lives. Because, you know, our feelings and emotions are just a blend and mixture of wanting harmony, well-being, and growth, right? And forward moving, and because those 4 key emotions, and maybe, I'm sure there's more, but I think of fear, happiness, anger, and sadness. But when I think about the taste buds, and didn't I say it was 5? But I saw more when I looked online, because there's sweet, that bitter, salty, sour, and then they have that umami thing. Savory, is that what it is? Savory? Well, it says umami.
Yeah.
What language is that?
That's this language.
Oh, okay. You know, if any of you ever come to my house, in the kitchen, because we have so many spices, they have overflowed and they're on the counter. So the cabinet does not hold them all. Well, at least they probably could if I worked at arranging them and stuff, but why? Why would I do that? I want them to be available for my use, right? Just like I want them to be available as a resource for whatever I want to create in the kitchen. Even though I'm really a baker and a recipe follower, just so you know. But sometimes I'll throw something on there, and my mother would do that, and then I'd have to admonish her because she changed a flavor of something that I grew up eating that I loved. I'm like, Mom, why'd you put that in there? She said, I wanted, because the spices are all in the cabinet, so she wanted to try something new. I'm like, don't mess up my childhood. Don't do it. You know, all those amazing resources that we have in spices, emotions can provide lots of great information to help us in creating a fabulous life. You know, there's so many types of emotions with different levels and degrees of intensity. Agreed? Yes. I mean, you could just tell when, just listen to someone speak. But you know, that doesn't really work for me, because I think when I speak, sometimes it sounds like something's wrong, or that I disagree, or I don't know. But I get taken the wrong way, because I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying it like, you know, why did you say that? I'm like, well, that's not what I meant. So you have to kind of watch it, you know, at least I do. You know, our emotions, they're like the spice rack, you know, you put a little bit too much. And I'm not a spicy girl. I don't really like a lot of spice in my food. I'm getting better. Well, I don't know if that's better but it's changing. Just like our emotions, you know, our spice rack. You know, all emotions are beneficial. You know, and they have lessons to offer us. You know, we can't, I would consider, like, if I mess up something and throw it away, I would akin that to spiritual bypass. I'm not noticing, I'm not paying attention, or I'm just saying, you know, because I'm not listening or getting the lesson, whatever it is that came to teach me. But I think even if I throw it away and I start again, and I use less of that thing that I didn't like, or I have someone else taste it, it's going to taste a little different to them maybe. Maybe they like it better than I do. What do you think? How many of you have heard of the Lost Kitchen? Oh my goodness, I can't count you. The Lost Kitchen. It is a restaurant in Freedom, Maine, population 719. And the chef, Erin French, is from there. And if I get it right, she says that she spent her whole life trying to escape freedom, only to return to freedom. And I love that analogy, just to return to freedom. I mean, it's a little town. They have a post office, thank goodness, because of her restaurant. And she has gone through, she was in medical school, got pregnant, went home. Her mother mothered her, took care of her. She got married, had another restaurant with a husband who, wasn't so on the up and up, and kind of took her, she made another fall. And she picked herself up, went to rehab, was required. And she's kind of intense. If you watch the show, it's on Discovery, but she's a little intense. But she's created this restaurant of women, one man and her husband, that it's a farming community, but they utilize everything on the farm. She has created this restaurant to support the farmers of her community. She is open only from May through, I think, September, October. And you have to, now it's so popular, I think it's 7 years, 8 years it's been open now. It's so popular, you have to send a postcard. You can no longer call for reservations. You have to send a postcard and your name is drawn by lottery. Wow. And the way she came up with that is because they were going to close her post office so that she wouldn't have had a zip code anymore. It's a little town, 719. Let's close that post office. But because she has thousands of postcards coming, that post office has been allowed to remain open. I mean, they get buckets of postcards every day starting April 1st. We sent a postcard this year because we feel, we are kind of foodies and we'll travel to go to certain places, even if it takes us a long time to get there. But I bought Stacy, I got her hooked on the show, so I bought her the Finding Freedom. It's a cook story remaking a life from scratch, because when you listen to when she narrates all this going on and the dance that she and these women are doing in life, it's what we teach. It's science of mind. It's not a secret. They just don't call it that. It's life. It's the creative process. She started by she got a Airstream, redid it, and started doing on different farms in her community, just doing suppers. And then they converted this old mill into a restaurant, which only seats 40 people. So when you watch the series, just recently been on since COVID, you'll see the things that she went through just to survive and to keep moving and keep going. And it's such a life lesson, not just for her, but just listening to it, we were hooked. It's like we can watch it every day, and it's only 12 episodes, but we can watch it every day because it's such a wonderful lesson in life. I can't wait to we are knowing that our postcard will be chosen starting, I think they start today, right, for the whole season. And if anybody wants to go, you might want to talk to Reverend Stacy. Because as we explore our emotions and our feelings, we focus on that mental equivalent to gain a different perspective. We avoid, I would like to avoid praying it away through spiritual bypass. Instead, to apply even just a spiritual practice just a spiritual practice, to truly listen to what that came to teach you. Because Erin French will even say, she wouldn't have this but for all the other mess. She would never have been able to return to freedom but for all the other messes that she created in her life. That she paid attention and she made different choices. Because I feel like she grew up in a restaurant, so it's not like she's unfamiliar and didn't know how to cook. But she grew up in a restaurant that her parents owned, attempting to please someone else, her father. Everything she did was to please him, to make him proud or to make him whatever, if you listen to the show. So emotions require balance, just as spices do. So that we don't spiral downward into that dark place. It just doesn't, it's not the reality of a human experience. Most of us are taught during childhood to shut down our emotions, therefore to hide from them, to run from them, especially men, boys, not to cry or express their emotions outwardly, which is an important emotion to shut down. Because we've been taught by society that some emotions are bad, while others are good. So we berate ourselves. We beat up ourselves when we experience certain emotions. Even if this only, we overly bask in the certain emotions to the exclusion of all others. We get stuck. Anybody ever been stuck? And I take, no one raised their hand, but the laugh I heard, I think, this is how these hidden beliefs develop and affect the outcome of our experience. These experiences are created in your childhood. And we believe, as religious scientists and as scientists, that the brain can heal itself and transform and change. It's a proven fact. This is why Stacy and I became quantum living coaches, because there's a process where we go back and rewrite those stories and show up and remember what those emotions really came to teach us. Not to be afraid, not to hide, or to sabotage our heart's desires. Because that's not why they're there. But by facing them and looking underneath them, to learn. To learn. We can do healing work, necessary, all the processes that we, even in the spiritual practice, and even some of the things that we do in the quantum living process, is to not hide from those emotions, and not to ignore them, but to experience them and just change that story. How many times have you heard, if you listen to interviews or even documentaries, how people can move forward and heal when they realize that everyone is doing the best they can. Your parents, number one. They're doing the best that they know, even if it's not good. We can uncover those hurts, those pains, and apply forgiveness to them and compassion to them. And love, so that they can heal. These tough times, quote unquote, I believe this is a learning opportunity for us all. And I think we've all learned a lot in the last 2+ years. That's how we grow. We grow through the emotions. They bring balance, just like spices. We no longer need to ignore or hide or run from the pain, but we can move into welcoming it into our experience with open arms and hearts, no matter how hard it is. And I think we've proven that the last 2 years, no? I mean, you're here. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Because just welcoming those painful emotions means looking them in the face and just seeing what they have to say. What do you have to say to me today? Sometimes it requires courage, a little humility, certainly strength. I'm not saying it's easy because it can certainly be a tough exercise. I know there are people that are struggling in so many different ways, and I can name so many different emotions that I probably haven't even named. That's why what we do here and what we teach here is so important. We feel, we know. We being we. Our entire mob team, the ministers, and I know a lot of you. Just take the time. Take the time. Do whatever you need to do to support you. We are here to support you as well. Just go deeper. Just unpack those things and learn from them. What I would like for you to do is, why me? Don't ask why me. Ask what is in this for me. Right? When emotions are skewed and appear extreme and they cause disharmony and imbalance, too much joy can be a little much. Patty thought she was a little extra this morning,
Right.
but she wasn't. I enjoyed it. Thank you. But too much sadness can cause depression and a whole bunch of other emotions. Too much fear causes insecurities, isolation, unworthiness, or doubt. We're constantly working through these emotions to get on with our lives. Because if you given the extreme local, national, global events and circumstances over the past couple of years, many of us have been on a hyperdrive, I think, emotionally. It is a constant effort to work through these opportunities of emotional healing and learning, so that we're not saturated in one direction or the other. There's so many things that we can do with that swinging emotion, those swinging emotions from one to another. Like anything in life, practice makes perfect. Maintaining emotional health and balance in our lives is very important. Very important. It's important for us and this center it was important for us to offer our space to the Nevada Office of Suicide Prevention. When you hear the numbers, and we thought Richard and his team had so much to offer and to teach so many people, to offer help, and he's there. They're there. Most of them are volunteers. They're not on any payroll. And we don't charge them, but we know that this is a good feeling place for those students and the people they offer that workshop to be. And I'm sure you all feel that same thing. But just staying aware of our thoughts, our moods, and our disposition It's a healthy practice, but I'm not saying it's easy. You know? Creating balance in everything we do. You know, all those things with exercise, rest, healthy diet, positive engagement with others. Listen, we're a community. We spent the last 2 years attempting to stay connected with you all. And I hope we did. I know we did that because you're here. You know, because we know that engagement, that positive engagement with one another was important, especially for all that we've been going through. If our mixture is too spicy or dull, it can indicate something, right? That areas that require extra attention. Like, ooh, I probably shouldn't put that much cayenne in that. Or Reverend Stacy, too much salt. I'm sorry, I called you out there. But pay attention to those signs and those signals that may be seeking your attention based on your emotional response. Take a look at what's happening around you in the world. It provides clues. It provides lots of clues. Being human is a process and requires ongoing attention. I know a couple weeks ago I said, I know Jesus was persecuted for what? Blasphemy. So I'm knowing that I'm going to be safe saying this. That, when coming to the altar and being saved to me is the easy way. I'm telling you to watch your thinking, watch your emotions for what they're here to teach you always. It's an ongoing process. You don't stop. There's no way to stop. You're not going to stop living, right? You have to be aware. You have to have I believe you have to have courage and compassion and strength and all of that stuff, including faith. Including faith. I know it's not easy. That law of cause and effect, oh my goodness. I know, don't say it. No more metaphysical baloney, right? However, it's not baloney. No easy answers here. I can't defend the law of cause and effect. It's a law. It's a law. It's a universal law. I know that our deep-seated beliefs manifest themselves in the world. Just like what I think I read something about Ernest Holmes a couple weeks ago, where he said that. He says, it doesn't matter what I've written, doesn't matter what I've done, it doesn't matter what I've told you, but what I do know, and I do believe as well, is that our deep-seated beliefs manifest themselves in the physical world. And I know that we are each like a vibration of energy, and that we attract to us the experiences that resonate with that vibration. And as far as our having created every experience that came along, well, you tell me. You tell me. I like what Ernest Holmes wrote when he said that particular events that occurred yesterday or today are not as important as the tendency our life is taking. And I believe that's what we can look to. The bad things that happen to innocent people, to children. Here's what I know, that there is a part of that child that has not suffered. And if I didn't believe that, I could not stand here. I know that there is one life of spirit that is neither innocent or guilty. We're all just unique expressions of one life. And sometimes these expressions act out of ignorance. We take responsibility, some of us, not as punishment, just a consequence. And I know that the experience of suffering is not forever. I believe the suffering is optional. Our life does not end. I believe that life is eternal, and that whatever pain that we are experiencing at any given moment will pass into that greater experience of livingness. But rather than flee from a difficult emotion, I would rather us face it with curiosity and wonderment. And I'm not saying that's easy. And I say curiosity and wonderment because I turn to this book. We actually taught Prac 1 with this book, is What's in the Way is the Way, by Mary O'Malley. And it was a book club, not book club, but book of the month for January. Thank you. And I just turned to this page, 95, and it says, curiosity is the opposite of fixing. A deep and nourishing connection with life comes when you can see through your addiction to trying to change yourself and change your life. As long as you are trying to change something, you are caught in the clouds of struggle, cut off from the meadow of your being and a direct experience of life, capital L. True and lasting well-being doesn't come when you're lost in trying to fix a problem. Or as Einstein is reported to have said, you cannot solve a problem from the same consciousness that created it. You must learn to see the world anew. Curiosity, the opposite of fixing. If you're asking why something happened in your own life, I would like for you to set that question aside for a while and try a couple of these. What really happened in this experience? What did I feel at that time? What were the full consequences, both good and bad? What was born in me as a result of this pain? And you're not going to may not see it at that moment, and it may be 5 years from now, but there is a result. What teaching has emerged? And what was the meaning of this experience? You know, Elijah Cummings wrote, every time something bad happens to me, I don't ask the question, why did it happen to me? The question I ask is, why did it happen for me? Like Ernest Holmes said, and I said a couple weeks ago, there's a presence and there's a power in the universe which constitutes a dual unity of action and reaction, and the polarity from which all things come. Learn to court the presence, not only seeing God in everything and everybody, but by feeling God all the time. It could be joy. As we know, God is everything. So joy, peace, love, beauty. Feel the presence in that sacred place of your consciousness. Then use it. Use the power. Your thoughts will change the conditions of your life. And I know it sounds easy, but I also know that it really takes a lot of effort. And it's not a one and done. But I'm here if you need me. Thank you.
Reverend Cheryl, you're the best. You know, I needed you those past 2 years, and guess what? You were right there. You and Reverend Stacy, you guys were right there. I love when you speak. I'm listening to that. I am. So the spice that I would like to call myself, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
You're
But
Patty
now-
Spice.
Yeah, I'm Patty Spice, but now I totally get that whole emotion. That totally made sense. Beautiful sense. Beautiful sense. And here's another one. This has got me feeling really good emotions with this song.
Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Someone came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. Maybe sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you think it's strange? Go put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your head down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Blue as the sky, sunburned and lonely, sipping tea in a bar by the roadside. Just relax, just relax. Don't let those other boys fool you. Gotta love that Afro hairdo, yes. Maybe sometimes we got it wrong, but that's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Ooh, don't you hesitate. Go put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your head down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. 'Twas more than I can take. Pity for pity's sake. Some nights kept me awake. I thought that I was stronger. When you gonna realize that you don't even have to try any longer. Do what you want to. Go put your records on. Yeah, you go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your head down. Go put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your head down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Yes. Corinne Bailey. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Patty Powerhouse.
Ah, thanks, Rev.
That's my girl right there.
Thanks, Rev.
Yeah.
You're my girl.
Corinne Bailey Ray has nothing on Patty
Oh my
Powerhouse.
gosh.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah, yeah. So now is the time that we move into our giving and receiving. And if you would just read what we have on the screen, our affirmation. And the ushers. Oh yeah, ushers. We have ushers again. Yes. Say yes. Just give the ushers a hand.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on up, ushers, or whatever you're doing. So. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so what I know right here and right now is that the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living is abundant. It is magnificent. It is that place and space that is always safe, that brings so much good. It is that space which is near and dear to my heart. And I know that with every fiber of my being, that we take the love that is received here and we take that back in the world with the joy and the light that each of us is. And this offering helps us to do that. It helps us maintain this space. It helps us bring people in like Richard Egan and the Nevada Office of Suicide Prevention. We've got more good work to do. And so let's step up and so that we can do more. I am so grateful for each and every person that places a tithe or a thought of their magnificence in that basket. It is what we do for not just ourselves in this building, but for our community and the world. It makes a difference. It makes a difference to me. It makes a difference for each of you sitting in this space and online. Even if you don't know it does, it does. So with that and so much more, I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And together let's say, and so it is.
I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. You watch. Sing with me. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind. Yes, and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. Get this. Anything I want, it is mine. Yes, perfect health. Woo. It is mine. Joy and peace. It is mine. Love, 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 love. It is mine. If it serves my highest good, yes, then it is mine. Love when you sing that with me. Yes.
Okay, well, the announcements for today are the Healing Words Book Club will be meeting on the last Wednesday of the month, and that is actually May 25th. 25 days from now, we've got 25 whole days. Okay, so the book is The New Jim Crow, and of course these are all the social issues, so if you're interested in joining with us with Reverend Stacy on the Zoom link, you just need to call 702-524-7096 to be a part of the team. And for any prayer support, just send your prayer request to prayer@lasvegascsl.org or text 702-524-7095. Our lunch with the Revs that we do on Zoom is this Wednesday at noon on the 4th. And so if you want more information, if you haven't gotten on before, just let the office know at 702-255-6412. Our annual tamale fundraiser is happening right now. So what we want to do is if you want to buy the tamales, they're $3. You can do it online, or you can buy your tickets or what, they're not really tickets, but you pay for them right here in the bookstore. So those are the two ways that you pay, is at the bookstore and online. And there's a deadline because we're going to be picking these up 2 weeks from today, which is the 15th, right here. It's all we're going to pick them up. So we need to get these orders in before the next week. So let's get whole bunches. They're so good.
So good.
We need to save the date for Friday, May 20th, because we're going to have the outdoor movie night at the Stefano's house. And the movie is called In the Heights. And you need to see the happenings table for more information on that. And the cost is just $5. This is one of our fundraisers. And again, the tickets are on sale in the bookstore. And the Heart of Peace meditation will be a week from Wednesday on the 11th, led of course by our practitioner Aldo. So next week from next at 6 p.m. And Reverend Stacy has a really fun announcement that she has.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Hello, everybody. On May 22nd, we're going to gather and continue to celebrate this Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. We're just going to go to Nataya's. Some of you might have been to the Thai restaurant called Nataya's. It's on Lake Mead, just east of Rampart. And everybody, it's not a fundraiser. We're just going to go we're going to pay our own way. And we're just going to celebrate the contributions of our Asian and Pacific Islanders. And we appreciate all the contributions. And it's just a way for us to get together, to have some fun, and to just get to know and connect. It's been a long time coming, and just something fun to do, and just be celebratory and happy, and the food is amazing. For
The
those that-
22nd?
The 22nd, after service, okay?
I'll be there,
So
yeah.
we'll have a sign-up sheet, because I'll need to make reservations, because it's a small restaurant for those of you that haven't been. But I think that we'll all enjoy it. The food is fantastic, so come join us.
Yes. Oh, I love when she makes fun announcements.
I know, wow, especially includes food and spices.
I love spicy announcements.
Yes. Okay. The CSL, in general, our whole organization, is having a very interesting summer movie series that's going to be happening through the summer, June, July, and August. There are going to be quite a few movies. I think there are 11 different movies, and they're going to have, you watch the movie on your own. You get the movie by, you can rent it or just get it on on Netflix or wherever you can find a movie. And then you sign up to discuss the movie with the group that's going to be doing all metaphysical discussion on it. So it should be lots of fun. If you want to do the entire series for the whole summer, it's $200, and then it's just $25 per session if you want to go per movie. And all you need to do is just go to shop@csl.org/classes to find out about this series for the summer. Remember to look for us on Amazon Smile whenever you shop, because we do get a percentage, and it's smile.amazon.com. And our bookstore is open, as I say, to buy tickets, and we also have all the books against the window are all 60% off. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And have a happy, fabulous week.
You too. Thank you.
Shop.csl.
Smile.
Smile, it's Amazon.com. You just
Shop.csl.shop.
Just go to csl.org
Yep.
and you'll find it. You'll find it. And I do have I have some flyers out on the table. And I know this month's theme is emotions, and today I'm just emotional. And
It's sweet.
It's sweet, it's annoying.
What's up? Better you than me.
Don't bypass.
I know, I'm attempting to not, do that bypass baloney, but, it's all good. I would like to ask our Ministry of Prayer team to please come forward. Any visiting ministers or practitioners to please come forward. I told you all last week, these are the folks that hold up the center, and they are here to hold you up as well. They are professionally licensed to pray with, for, or however. And we also have a prayer box over here called God's Pocket if you want to put a prayer request in for any one of them. But you could grab one of them after service today, and they'll be happy to pray with you. All right. Let's just take a deep breath right here, right now, and just know with me that whatever the emotions that you're feeling at this moment are good, and that they are there for a reason. Just like your body tells you when something's going different and wrong or not feeling normal, so are your emotions. And what I know right here and right now is that it is all good because it's all God. I know that each and every person within the sound of my voice, they either just turn off their computer or their TV and get on with the rest of their day, or they leave the sanctuary in peace and love, and they get to the next destination with joy and love in their hearts as they celebrate each moment of each day, knowing that they belong and that they are love in action. And for this and so much more, I give thanks. I give thanks for it all. I release, I let it go, and I know that it is so. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. All right. Any kids? Other kids besides Kyle?
No.
All right. Well, let's sing our peace song.
Yeah, I love that. It was beautiful. Let's do it again.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me.
Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Even through my tears.
Even through my tears.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it throughout my entire body.
I feel it throughout my entire body.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Have a great day.
Love you guys. You can bring it up. Thanks, Mike. Woo! Yeah. Just real love.
Music is a word and song with a language we all understand. With an equal opportunity, they want to sing, dance, clap their hands. Yeah. Just because the record has a groove, don't make it in the groove. You can tell right away when they start to move. You can feel it all over. 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 Go! Woo! Yeah! I see you. Music knows it isn't always you. One of the things that won't quit. Here are some of music's pioneers who tell you lies how it's to forget. Now, with his crazy Miller, Satchel, and the king of all seduce. With bells like hell is ringing out, there's no way a band can move. You can feel it all over. 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 You can feel it all over.
going to be great. I love you. We'll see you next week.
Times are rapidly changing, and sometimes the day-to-day gets the best of us. If you've gotten to that place where you want more and are ready to find that home that nurtures your soul, look no further. We are that place where people start their journey to live their most authentic and joyful life, find balance, and improve in every area. At the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, we are here to offer tools and support to bring out the you we know that you'll love. With a diverse community, we work to create a world that works for all. Wherever you are on your spiritual path, or even if it's your very first step, you are always welcome here. If you are ready for real, meaningful change in your life, come check us out. We're waiting for you.